Happy McRib season, honey.
Tis the season to be saucy. For a limited time, buy a McRib combo meal and get a second McRib sandwich for just $1.
This local area emergency was transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention CDC in Atlanta. At 7:37 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a new unidentified virus was detected in a CDC lab in Fort Collins, Colorado. 4 samples were taken. One was taken into Fort Collins to be taken to North Colorado Regional Airport, but crashed on the way there, erupting into a ball of flames. The disease may be airborne at this time, so close all windows and doors. Turn off all heating and ventilation systems. Wait for the all-clear. 1 sample will be taken to Genentech to look for a possible cure, and another sample will be flown to the CDC in Atlanta. The 3rd sample will be kept in Fort Collins for further monitoring. Repeating, this is a local area emergency for Fort Collins, Colorado. This is KMGHDV, serving your local area. If you are not in this local area, tune into a station in your local area. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed.
Fred, mind taking this sample and not crashing? Take it to Denver International Airport. We're gonna take it to Genentech. They may or may not find a cure. The DNA that this thing is made up of is so similar to human DNA.
Okay, Steven. I won't crash, but what you said is true. It could be human DNA, but test subject 1X showed symptoms of an infection. Human DNA isn't an infection. Or is it?
I'm gonna call the president.
So Z723FC is finally here? Has the president been notified?
Yes, the president has been notified.
All right then. Time to work on a useless cure.
Wow. Oakland Airport looks so empty. Especially it being a hub for airlines that deliver cargo like FedEx.
You said it.
What's with all that? United Airlines Flight 1702 HAS lost both engines.
Mayday received. San Francisco Tower. All aircraft exit the runway. 1702, take any runway you need.
This is it, baby. Oh shit.
2,500, 1,500, 400, 300, 200, 150, 40, 30, 20, 10.
This message is transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in the United States Office of Civil Defense. A new and unknown disease has begun to spread around the city of San Francisco. Symptoms of this disease are, but not limited to, increased aggression, hyperventilation, loss of muscle control, cysts, open sores, bloody eyes, vomiting blood, coughing, sneezing, total organ failure, and, eventually, death. Some reports indicate that after an infected individual perishes, the individual reawakens, starts groaning, then walks slowly. If an infected individual spots a non-infected individual, the infected individual will charge at the non-infected individual and bite them. It is unknown how this disease spreads, but it is believed to be transmitted by bites of infected individuals. If you are experiencing these symptoms, commit suicide. If a family member is experiencing these symptoms, quarantine them in a room. Remember, 911 is not available, so call the San Francisco police number. The California National Guard will come in and assist with controlling the infected individuals. Repeating, this is a civil danger warning. All broadcast stations shall transmit this emergency action notification message. If you are not in this local area, please tune to a radio station for news and information for your area. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed.
Derek Bell is in Sky 5 HD over the Sherman Oaks area and the 405 freeway. A very dangerous police pursuit underway. Derek.
As you can see, this vehicle that is running from the police right now off of the right shoulder here, 405 freeway northbound, looks like he's going to be committed to the 101 freeway. We'll see here in a second whether he's going to go north or southbound on the 101 freeway. This first picked up by, make that now northbound, committed to the northbound.
This message is transmitted at the request of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. This is a civil danger warning for the following states: California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, Colorado, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. All infected states are to evacuate from these states into the surrounding countries. The reason for this civil danger warning is to warn of a pandemic outbreak originating from Fort Collins, Colorado. This pandemic reanimates corpses. Description of the corpses are, but not limited to, pale skin, open sores, bites, scratches, gray eyes, bloody tears, slow walking, and groaning. The infection is believed to be passed on when an infected individual spots a person believed to be not infected. The individual will walk, then run, and scream, then bite them. It is unknown how to neutralize these individuals, so grab any weapon to defend yourself. Lock all of your doors and windows and do not let anyone in. Symptoms of this virus include, but are not limited to, sneezing, coughing, nausea and vomiting, loss of muscle control, muscle cramps, pale skin, total organ failure, and eventually death. President Williams will be speaking on all stations shortly.
Please stand by for a message from the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, this is one of the worst pandemic outbreaks in all of the United States history since the Ebola scare. This pandemic broke out of a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention lab in Fort Collins, Colorado, and has now infected nearly all of the states in the United States. This virus reanimates corpses. This was supposed to happen in movies, books, and TV shows. It now is a reality. The world is in danger. Our plan to control this pandemic is to firebomb the infected cities. Infected cities with a population of more than weight. How do they get there?
欧米人のように大きなリアクションを取るのか。
確かに日本人に比べ欧米人のリアクションはかなり大きめ。では欧米の犬もリアクションは大きいのか。そこで欧米人の中でも最もリアクションが大きいと言われるイタリア人を代表してこの人が
こちらの方です。なんちゃってジローラムさんです。パンセッタだよ。
こんにちは。なんちゃってこんにちは。
パンデミック警告。パンデミック警告。これは次の都道府県のパンデミック警告です。茨城県、千葉県、東京県、神奈川県、三重県、和歌山県、大阪府、長崎県南部。このウイルスがどのように広がるかは不明です。しかし、それは米国に影響を与えているものと同じであると考えられています。すぐにこれらのエリアから避難してください。家族やペットを連れて行ってください。このウイルスの症状は次の通りです。咳、くしゃみ、吐き気、嘔吐、リンピング、筋肉の痙攣、青白い肌、飛び出る静脈、臓器不全、そして最終的には死。市民と地元の法執行機関からの最近の報告は、死体が蘇生していることを示唆しています。死体は暴力的です。彼らは人々を噛んで傷つけます。感染は、感染した人の交渉や傷を通して伝染すると考えられています。日本の自衛隊はこの状況に入り、この状況を制御しようとします。これらの個人はもはや人間ではないことを覚えておいてください。これらの個人の特徴には以下が含まれますが、これらに限定されません。彼らは淡い肌、灰色の目、目からの血、交渉、傷、滲出性膿を持っています。彼らは最初は遅いが、人間に出会うと、人に向かって叫び、人を噛み、人に感染する。これらの件を非難させます。彼らは人間ではありません。警告エリアは安全ではありません。
You are currently listening to BBC Radio 198.8. This is BBC Radio from London. Normal programming has been suspended to bring you this emergency action notification message. At 8:49 AM British summertime, riots have broken out in the central London area. The reason for these riots are unknown. Do not partake in the riots. You will be arrested. The riots are currently moving through Charing Cross Road and Parliament Road. Riots are also being reported in the cities of Southampton, Bristol, Manchester, Plymouth, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Liverpool, Belfast, Dublin, and Cork. Immediate update. The cause of the riots and riots. It is in fact a virus. This virus is believed to be the same one affecting the United States. This virus, now named Z723FC, has a 93% mortality rate. Symptoms for this virus include, but are not limited to, sneezing, coughing, nausea, vomiting blood, blurred vision, loss of muscle control, pale skin, bloody eyes, total organ failure, and eventually, death. It is unknown how this virus spreads, but it is believed to be transmitted by bites and scratches of infected individuals. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms mentioned, or get bitten by an infected individual, commit suicide. You will no longer be human. They are no longer human. If a family member, no matter how close, experiences any of the symptoms mentioned, or gets bitten, kill them. They will no longer be human. The British Armed Forces will arrive shortly to aid and assist local law enforcement in handling this situation. If you encounter an infected individual, use any means to protect and prevent yourself from becoming infected. Characteristics of the infected include, but are not limited to, pale skin with blue veins, bites, scratches, blood coming from their eyes, grey eyes, blood coming from their mouth, slow walking, and groaning. Remember, these individuals are no longer human. Eliminate them by any means necessary. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed.
Köstritzer, das Schwarze mit der blonden Seele.
Notfall, Notfall. Dies ist ein nationaler Notfall. Alle Sendeanstalten in Deutschland übermitteln diese Informationen. Um 17:38 Uhr mitteleuropäischer Zeit breitet sich ein Virus namens Z723FC mit einer Sterblichkeitsrate von 99,9% in den Städten Düsseldorf, Berlin, Frankfurt, Köln, Hannover und Stuttgart aus. Dieses Virus befällt die folgenden Länder: die Vereinigten Staaten, Großbritannien und Japan. Alle Bürger, die in diesen Städten leben, suchen jetzt Schutz. Wenn es keinen solchen Unterschlupf gibt, wenden Sie sich an Ihre örtliche Polizeistation. Die Symptome dieser Krankheit umfassen, ohne darauf beschränkt zu sein: Niesen, Husten, Übelkeit, Erbrechen, verschwommenes Sehen, Verlust der Muskelkontrolle, Zysten, blutige Augen, totales Organversagen und schließlich den Tod. Einige beunruhigende Berichte deuten darauf hin, dass sich die Leichen kürzlich infizierter Personen wiederbeleben. Diese wiederbelebten Leichen sind feindselig. Die Leichen greifen eine nicht infizierte Person an und beißen sie. Es wird angenommen, dass sich das Virus durch Bisse dieser Personen ausbreitet. Wenn sie diese Symptome bemerken, begehen sie Selbstmord. Wenn bei einem ihrer Familienmitglieder eines dieser Symptome auftritt, müssen sie es in einem Raum unter Quarantäne stellen und die Behörden anrufen. Wenn sie feststellen, dass ein Infizierter die Straßen durchstreift, beseitigen sie ihn um jeden Preis. Sie sind keine Menschen. Sie werden kein Mensch sein, wenn sie infiziert sind. Wenn Ihr Haus oder Ihre Polizei von Infizierten angegriffen wird, evakuieren Sie diese. Dies war die nationale Alarmzentrale, die Sie über diesen Notfall informierte.
If you think all vodka is the same, take a sip of
Это глобальная чрезвычайная ситуация. Все вещательные станции должны передавать эту информацию. В 18:48 по московскому времени вирус, известный как 723 FC, заразил США, Великобританию, Японию и Германию. Этот вирус также имеет уровень смертности 99.9%. В настоящее время этот вирус распространяется через государства Ленинград, Липецк, Магадан, Москву, Мурманск, Нижний Новгород, Новосибирск, Омск, Оренбург, Орел, Пензу, Псков и Ростов. Симптомы этого заболевания включают, но не ограничиваются ими, чихание, кашель, тошноту, рвоту, нарушение зрения, потерю мышечного контроля, кисты, кровавые глаза, полную недостаточность органов и, в конечном итоге, смерть. Некоторые тревожные сообщения указывают на то, что трупы недавно инфицированных людей реанимируются. Эти реанимированные трупы враждебны. Трупы будут атаковать неинфицированного человека и кусать его. Считается, что вирус распространяется через укусы этих людей. Если вы испытываете эти симптомы, совершите самоубийство. Если кто-либо из членов вашей семьи испытывает какие-либо из следующих симптомов, поместите их в карантин или убейте. Они больше не будут людьми. Эвакуировать эти государства или уйти в убежище. Это была национальная радиостанция. Оповещение, информирующее вас о текущей и тяжелой ситуации.
This is a global emergency. All broadcast stations in Canada shall transmit this emergency action notification message. C'est une urgence mondiale. Toutes les stations de radiodiffusion au Canada doivent transmettre ce message de notification d'action d'urgence. At 10:48 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a horde of infected individuals from the United States has broken through the Canadian-United States border. This has caused a lot of Canadian cities to be destroyed. À 10h48, heure avancée du centre, une horde d'individus infectés en provenance des États-Unis a franchi la frontière canado-américaine. Cela a causé la destruction de nombreuses villes canadiennes. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was killed while trying to take off from Winnipeg Airport. His aircraft was surrounded and destroyed in a large explosion on runway 36. Le Premier ministre Justin Trudeau a été tué alors qu'il tentait de décoller de l'aéroport de Winnipeg. Son avion a été encerclé et détruit dans une grande explosion sur la piste. 36.
The United Nations are currently having a discussion on whether using nuclear weapons will stop the spread of the virus.
Les Nations Unies discutent actuellement de savoir si l'utilisation d'armes nucléaires arrêtera la propagation du virus.
The virus's name is Z723FE and boasts a 100% mortality rate. The countries of United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Russia, and Japan are currently working on a cure, but are having an extremely difficult time due to how complex it is.
Le virus s'appelle 723FE et affiche un taux de mortalité de 100%. Les pays des États-Unis, du Royaume-Uni, de l'Allemagne, de la Russie et du Japon travaillent actuellement sur un.
Symptoms of the disease include, but are not limited to, sneezing, coughing, vomiting, blurred vision, loss of muscle control, aggressive behavior, total organ failure, and, eventually, death.
Les symptômes de la maladie incluent, sans toutefois s'y limiter, les éternuements, la toux, les vomissements, la vision floue, la perte de contrôle musculaire, un comportement agressif, une défaillance totale des organes et éventuellement la mort.
The virus, when it kills its host, reanimates the host usually within 20 to 97 seconds. These reanimated corpses are hostile and lethal. The virus is spread through the bites and also transmitted by explosions in infected areas, making it airborne for a while.
Lorsqu'ils sont hautes, le virus se réanime généralement dans les 20 à 97 secondes. Ces cadavres réanimés sont hostiles et meurtriers. Le virus se transmet par les morsures et se transmet également par des explosions dans les zones infectées, ce qui le rend aéroporté pendant un certain temps.
Although nuclear weapons may not work, it is best you pray they do. This was an emergency action notification message. When this catastrophic event finishes, whether the end be good or bad, we will pray. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed.
Bien que des armes nucléaires ne fonctionnent peut-être pas, il est préférable de prier. Pour qu'il le fasse, il s'agissait d'un message de notification d'action d'urgence. Quand cet événement catastrophique finira, que la fin soit bonne ou mauvaise, nous prierons. Le système d'alerte d'urgence a été activé pour vous tenir informé.
So we're gonna be using nuclear weapons. There's no going back.
I have bad news. We're all infected. It lay dormant in the human race.
What? How can that be?
news.
Ti è possible. Torres nove.
What the fuck?
Satz preposteras.
I know it's preposterous, but that's the truth.
Fuck hit him out.
This is a global emergency. Import
Madam President, I hate to inform you, but the alert has failed. The damn alert was static. To make matters worse, our scientists have found out that the human race had already been infected. It lay dormant in the human race. If you die, you will turn.
Then what's the point of living anymore? My screen here says that the human race has only 2 hours left on this horrible but beautiful blue and green planet. You know what? I'm gonna launch the nukes. Send an alert through PA speakers all around the world. Make sure they play their national anthem.
Okay, the codes are A1, C9, F2, I8, N5, and G6. Do you have them?
Affirmative. I have A1, C9, F2, I8, M5, and G6.
All right. It will take 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you for being our president, ma'am.
My pleasure.
This is a global emergency. Important details will follow. At 5:36 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the United Nations have issued an important but grim statement. It was found out that the virus had laid dormant in the human race. There is nothing you can do. Gather your friends and family. Pray to your gods or deity. This is an emergency action. Notification termination. The national anthem will play following the end of this message. God bless the United States and the world.